Get in here, get in here, get in here, because I'm going to teach you how to make a man crave you, how to make him have an insatiable appetite for you, where literally he always wants to be around you, and when he's not around you, he's thinking about you. He's planning for the next time that he can see you. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Now let me tell you this, all right? I understand a thing or two about men, first of all, because I am a man. So with that said, I understand specifically what men are attracted to, all right? I get it. On the other side of it, I'm a gay man, so I understand what you need to do in order to attract a man. I also know what things can turn off a man that sometimes women think is attracting men, okay? So I kind of have the cheat code for you, and I'm happy to share it with you. But before we get into all this, there are two things I want you to keep in mind. First of all, this video is not designed to manipulate men or get into their heads in a negative way. Everything I teach you in this video are going to be things that are going to benefit you, but they're also going to benefit him. They're going to be mutually beneficial. They're going to be a win-win scenario. These are things that you're going to enjoy doing. You're definitely going to enjoy the results of them, but he's going to enjoy when you do them to him. Trust me, he's going to love them. I say any advice that you get about relationships or dating, if it only benefits one person or it gives one person an upper hand that puts the other person at a disadvantage, what that does is that in turn ends up sabotaging your relationship for down the road, because he will catch on eventually that things don't seem to be balanced here. Things seem to be a little bit out of whack, and then he's going to pull away and you're going to be left where you started, without a man, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want you to remember is this. Whatever I teach you in this video is only to be used with men who you know already have an interest in you, okay? One thing I cannot teach you about is how to make a man want you who doesn't want you already. He has to show an interest in you. Or one of the things I always say is this: choose people who choose you, okay? So as you watch this video, do not think about how I can get that person who never pays me no mind to pay me attention. Think about how you can utilize these tips with somebody who's already expressed interest in you and someone who's already acknowledge that you are desirable to them, okay? Because that's what you deserve, someone who desires you as much as you desire them. All right, let's jump into the first tip, all right? The first tip is this: you have to entice a man. And when I talk about enticing a man, one of the things I'll tell you right now, I don't play fair when it comes to enticing a man that I'm interested in, who I know is interested in me, baby. I'm gonna make sure that everything I wear around him is gonna be something that is visually enticing for him, okay? That doesn't mean that I'm gonna walk around dressing like a slut, okay? I'm gonna show my body, okay? Because listen, I say you have to dress for your body type, okay? So what I know for me is that I got a bomb ass, honey. My ass, go to the Instagram, baby. You're gonna see, honey. Honey, okay? She's built, okay? She's built, baby, thicker than a bowl of grits, okay? So I'm gonna make sure that you know that my booty looks right, okay? I'm gonna make sure that if it's a warm summer day or something like that, maybe I'll wear a cute little tank or something like that. I'm gonna make sure that I dress for my body, okay? Even if you're someone who's saying, you know what, MJ, you got that cute little California body, okay? I see you got your trainer and all that other stuff, but honey, I'm a full figure kind of gal, okay? I got a little meat on my bones. I'm not gonna dress like you. That's fine, boo. You got something on you that you know is an asset to you. Dress to emphasize that, and also dress to de-emphasize the parts of yourself that you may feel are a problem area. Now let me tell you this, I'm not trying to recommend that you become some kind of Decepticon where you be having your body in all kinds of contraptions and things of that nature, and then the minute he finally see you in your real full form, he like, whoa. Be honest with how you dress, okay? But definitely be unapologetic about dressing for your body type. Emphasize the parts of you that you know make you feel most confident, because when you feel most confident, you're going to exude a sexual, seductive, enticing energy that's going to pull in any man that you could ever imagine, okay? But to that same point, make sure you always smell good. That's one of the things that some people overlook, is the power of smell. If you don't believe in the power of smell, I want you to think about this. Think about a moment, because we've all had this moment where you walk by somebody or you see somebody who smells sort of like someone who you dated in the past, or someone who you've been with even sexually in the past. And when you have that smell hit you, it could even be from 10, 20 years ago, but when that smell hits you, it brings back the emotions of that person, rather it was positive emotions or maybe it was negative emotions. It can bring back those emotions. Smell is extremely powerful for influencing how someone feels, but also for touching on their memories or ingraining and imprinting a memory of you within their head, okay? So if you want someone to crave you, make sure you always smell in a way that he likes. When I'm someone, I've got tons of colognes, tons of scents, tons of everything, but if I'm dating someone and getting to know him and he compliments a certain scent that I'm wearing, first of all, it's a little trick I got. When he compliments it, I'm hugging him, he says, baby, you smell good. You know what I do? I say, oh, do I, baby? I lean my head to the side and then I lean in so he can smell more of it. And I want you to just take it in, take it in, take it in, baby. And he says, what you wearing? I say, I don't know, just a little something, but you like it? I love it. That's what I'm wearing every time I'm around him, period, dot, end of story, okay? I don't need to be trying out 85 new scents with him. He's identified what he likes and I'm gonna keep on giving that to him, okay? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby. Smell good at all times. If you're at the stage with him where you are ready to become sexual with him, make sure that wherever you want his tongue or nose to go, make sure it smells good, because trust me, these men do smell tests, okay? They be kissing on you and rubbing, but when they be rubbing, sometimes they smell you. That's a smell test, honey. Just because you don't see it don't mean that they not smelling, okay? So what you want to make sure is you smell good. One of the compliments that I've gotten many times over the years, honey, okay? I tell you, honey, I've got experience. I always say if a man's looking for somebody who can wear a white dress down the aisle, baby, I'm not that bitch, baby, because I come with some miles on me. I come with experience, baby, okay? I come with testimonials, my dear, okay? And let me tell you this, one of the compliments I've always gotten consistently from men is they'll say, baby, why you always taste so good? I mean, you just taste so good. You taste so sweet. And in my mind, what I'm thinking is I taste sweet because I smell sweet, okay? If I know that I'm with somebody and we're at the stage where we're ready to become sexual, I'm gonna make sure I put a little dab here. I'm gonna put a little dab there. I'm gonna put a little dab there. Or just a little scent, just a little something. Maybe you a body butter kind of gal. Maybe you an essential oils kind of gal. Maybe you into perfumes and scents. Whatever, do what's best for you, but make sure you smell good, because that smell's gonna stay on his mind, honey. I'm gonna tell you this one last thing about smell, how powerful it is, how powerful it is. One time I was dating, you know, it was my boyfriend, right? I don't have a boyfriend now, but the one I was dating at the time. And I'm hanging out with him and I couldn't find this shirt. I couldn't find it for the life of me. So finally I called him up. I was like, baby, have you seen that shirt that I have? I love that shirt. I can't find it. He's like, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I was like, what do you mean? He said, one time you left it at the house and I've never washed it. Literally, when you're not spending the night, I just hold that shirt beside me and just leave it on the pillow because it smells like you and it just makes me feel so good to smell it. Smell is powerful, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll make a man crave you and become addicted to you. Let's jump to tip number 2 on how to make a man crave you and potentially become addicted to you, darling. Make him feel like a king. This is imperative, honey. What you have to understand is this. If you want him to operate like a king in your life, then you need to treat him like a king, okay? When he's around you, you need to almost play to his ego, but not in some damsel in distress, weak, fake, or, you know, insincere kind of way, but play to his ego. You know, call out the parts of him that you know that he is most confident about. And for the parts of himself that he's most insecure about, boost him up in that area, okay? Encourage him in that area. Make him feel incredible, okay? When you make a man feel like a king, what it does is it creates a strong desire in him to be around you that much more, because essentially you're like a happy pill for him. You're like a self-esteem boost for him. He's going to come to you constantly, not even knowing that he's being drawn to you for that reason, and he's going to love it. He's going to love it, and he's going to want more of you, baby. Make him feel like a king. It works, it works, it works. Tip number 3, be his peace and be his paradise, okay? When you are a man's peace, that means that you are making an intentional effort to make sure that every time you are around him, every time you're talking to him, every time you're texting him, that you are bringing him peace, that you are bringing him joy, that you are bringing him positivity. Even when you are sharing with him about what's happening in your life and what's happening in your day, don't vent everything that's going wrong to him, honey. That's why you got your girlfriends. That's why you got your Judys. That's why you got your friends. Put that on them, okay? You can talk to him and be open with him because he does want to be your support system, so he wants you to be transparent and vulnerable, but don't just be pouring all the negativity on him. Trust and believe when you see him at the end of the day, you know, maybe y'all just got off of work, you see each other in the evening, cooking dinner together, out to dinner. Yes, he had a rough day just like you had a rough day. Telling him about your day is not telling him about everything that bothered you. Telling him about your day is, oh my God, I had this amazing thing happen to me today. You want to bring him positivity and light where literally he's in your presence and he's like, baby, you are refreshing. You are just refreshing. And I'm gonna tell you why you want a man to feel like you're refreshing and that you are his peace. It's because so many parts of his world, just like so many parts of your world, are not refreshing. You're dealing with the challenges of day-to-day life. You're dealing with your boss. You're dealing with your friends. You're dealing with your family. You're dealing with all these other challenges. If you can be that part of his world that's always peaceful, that's consistently bringing positivity, even in a negative circumstance, you're bringing something positive to the table, he is going to crave you because, again, you make him feel good. And remember this, people remember how you make them feel more than anything else. But to that same point, be his paradise, okay? So it's not just about making him feel good, but also bring fun to him. When you're thinking about what to do on a date, don't just suggest things that you like. Don't just suggest things that, oh, well, we always like doing this. This is what we've always done. You know, forget these going out to dinner dates. If you know he's an athletic kind of guy, what about taking him to one of those like sports facilities where you can do like indoor golf, you can do rock climbing, all that other stuff. Now, some of y'all listen to me saying, now, MJ, I don't want to do that kind of stuff. Why would I suggest a date there? Here's the thing, darling. Those dates, I don't mind because I'm not athletic at all, but that gives me an excuse to put on my nice form-fitting workout clothes and everything like that. That gives me an excuse to be cute. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be cheering him on as he's doing it, okay? I'm gonna also be giving him an opportunity to teach me something, darling. Let me tell you this, men, especially masculine energy men, like to teach you things. So when I was saying, I'm like, baby, so how do I do this? How do I play this golf? How do I do this whole pool thing so I hit the ball? Which one do I do? I'm not acting dumb, but I'm definitely allowing him to emphasize his knowledge areas, okay? And I like to do that. I'm gonna suggest outings and suggest things that are fun, that are engaging, and that allow him to shine best. Men feel like they're in paradise when they feel most powerful and most confident. So put him in circumstances where he can feel powerful, confident, light, and happy, darling. If you can be his peace and be his paradise, he's gonna crave you. The fourth tip is probably the most powerful one on this list because it can make him become addicted to you. So you gotta be careful with this one. I'm gonna talk to you about how to be careful with this one because it can also go in a direction where it can end up being unhealthy. He can become so addicted to you. But listen when I tell you this, okay? Be his support system. What you have to understand about men, especially masculine energy men with strong masculine energy, is that they don't always feel like they've got the space within the world and within their existing relationships to be vulnerable and to be open and to share the things that make them afraid, the things that hurt them. They feel like they've got to sometimes uphold the man or uphold the role of being the man, right? So when you can be that part of his world that he knows he can come to and be vulnerable, be open, even be broken at times, he's going to become addicted to you because now you are not just some seductive being who's beautiful and who smells good. Now you're not just somebody who's fun. Now what you are really is a part of his own self-care. You make him healthier because you give him a safe space, darling, okay? This is that deep stuff, okay? Let him be open with you. And when he's open with you, a couple things you want to remember. Don't cut him off when he's talking. Let him talk and talk and talk and talk. Let him pour out, baby. And as he's talking, rub on that back, baby. Sit close to him, honey. Remember, your curves are there for a reason, baby. They're there to press up against him, honey. Trust me. It matters. It matters, okay? So you rub on him while he's talking. You know, one of the things I like to do, and I think I talked about this in one of my other videos, when he's talking, let him lay between your legs, either with his back to you, so you're like laying on the couch and he's laying between your legs, right? And you just rubbing on his head as he's talking. Rub with the grain of his hair. So if his hair goes this way, rub with the grain of his head, very lightly, very lightly. as he's talking and listen to him, and occasionally kiss him on the back of the head. Baby, I understand. I can understand that make you feel that way, okay? You want to make him feel good about being open with you. It's going to serve you so well, and it's going to pay off in spades down the road. Once you are in an actual relationship with him, you've already built the foundation of openness with him. To that same point, and being his support system, being that person who encourages him, who listens to him, who allows him to be vulnerable, be very careful not to become his crutch, okay? And how you don't become his crutch is by making sure that while you're listening to him, while you're encouraging him, while you're being that person that he can come to an event and vent to occasionally, don't give him all the answers, even if you believe you have all the answers, okay? You have to let him still be the man that he is, okay? So when you give him all the answers, what he tells you he's going through, well, baby, you just need a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What that does is it sets a power dynamic in place where it can almost emasculate him. It can make him feel like he's coming to you from almost a maternal role rather than coming to you as a partner who he's leaning to as his support system. So one of the things that you can do is if ever you're in a situation where he's kind of sharing with you what he's going through or something's happening in his world, and you know you do have some good advice for him that can really help him and kind of save him from some pain or something like that, and you really want to share with him, that's okay to share with him. But what you want to do is always ask for permission before you give your input, okay? And what I mean by that is this: nobody wants unsolicited advice. People want you to essentially ask them if it's okay to be able to share, all right? Because sometimes people just want to vent. They don't want your advice. So one of the things that I recommend doing is when he's talking and talking and talking and you feel like there's some advice you have for him, what you say is this: you say, you know, baby, I'm listening to you, and you know, obviously I appreciate you being open with me and being vulnerable with me, and clearly I want the best for you. And I feel like there may be just sort of, I don't know, a thought that I have. Don't say advice. I have a thought, you know, that I don't know if it'll help you or not, but you know, do you mind if I kind of share it with you? Of course he's gonna say yes. And then he says, yeah, go ahead. And you say, okay, well, you know, again, I don't know if this is the right fit for you or not, but you know, when you talk about this, I don't know, have you ever considered da-da-da-da-da? So you ask for permission before you offer the advice, and then you offer the advice in the form of a question. So that when he says, yeah, you know, I have considered that, even though he really didn't consider it, now he can take ownership of it and make it almost feel like it was his idea. Fine, whatever. He knows it was your idea, you know it was your idea. That don't matter. The fact is you were able to give him advice in a way that still allows him to feel powerful, because remember, even though he's being vulnerable with you, he still wants to feel like he's the king of your world. And he can't feel like the king of your world if he feels small and like he knows significantly less than you. It just won't work. The fifth and final tip for how to make a man crave you is make sure that you have your own life, honey. Trust me, I get it. You meet somebody, you like them, they like you, you love spending time together. I mean, literally, you almost don't want to be doing nothing else with your free time outside of being around them and getting to know them. I get it, I get it, I get it, because I've done it. But what I've also done in doing that is that I have put my friends on the sidelines where I'm barely seeing them. I've also put my hobbies on the sideline and the things that I was passionate about, and I end up not putting as much energy into those. I've also put my own self-care, like my working out and my diet and all those other things on the sideline, because I'm with him and I feel comfortable with him now. Here's what I want you to recognize: who you were when he met you, your hobbies, how you maintain your health, you know, the things that you do within your life that make you special. Those are the things that he was attracted to. So when you cut those things out for the sake of giving more time to him, while that can feel good in the short term, you could be sabotaging the relationship and sabotaging his level of desire for you. Because when you take away those things, you're taking away the parts of yourself that he initially found to be desirable in the first place. And beyond that, you could also end up sabotaging your relationship and his attraction for you, because for a lot of men, especially masculine energy men, they really do struggle with vulnerability sometimes. It just is what it is. And they can have what we call a vulnerability hangover. I got that from Brene Brown. She's a brilliant author. I love her to death. But one of the things she talks about is, you know, for some people, when they're starting a new relationship, when they're starting to get closer to someone, they're starting to feel that stronger level of commitment and desire for that person and dependence on that person. Because remember, we're getting him to crave you. What they can end up doing is they can end up pulling back and start questioning, are we moving too fast? Am I giving too much of my energy? Or, you know, So they start worrying about that. We've experienced this from guys before, and I'm sure maybe you've even had that go through your mind as you're getting to know somebody. So when you have your own life and he is a part of your life but in a balanced way, it literally can reduce or almost eliminate that temptation in his mind to question if things are going too fast. Is it too much too soon? Because even if that starts to creep into his mind, he's gonna be like, nah, she got her whole life. Nah, he got all these kinds of things that he's doing. No, we're not spending too much time together. If nothing else, I want to spend more time with her. I want to spend more time because I feel like I'm not getting enough there, okay? So this can work for you in order to protect you from if he kind of goes through a little vulnerability hangover as you're getting closer together, which can happen. It's not a bad thing, it just can happen, all right? Now, one of the things you want to keep in mind, even though I'm telling you, have your own life and don't make him your world, is this. Make sure that you don't end up coming across as misbooked or Mr. I'm too booked to make time for you and I gotta schedule you in weeks in advance. Let me tell you this, okay? When somebody is looking to get to know you in a meaningful way, especially if they're looking to build a relationship, build a life, they're looking for their potential queen, they're looking for their potential king, that person is not looking to be an appointment on your schedule. They're looking to become an ever increasing part of your schedule and a part of your life, okay? Keep the parts of your life that make you special, that make you attractive, and that allow you to have your own sense of self, but also make sure that you are still creating room for him within your life, okay? You may not be able to hang out with your friends every weekend like you used to. You know, maybe you give them Friday night and he gets Saturday night. You know, you're gonna have to find a place of balance, okay? But make sure that he feels like you're making an intentional effort to create space for him within your world, because if he doesn't feel like there's space for him within your world, he's going to move on to someone else who does create space for him and who also makes him feel desirable, because he will not make you feel desired if you don't make him feel desired. It's all about reciprocity. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, and also comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you comment below this video and let me know any other tips that you can recommend for how to make a man crave you. And beyond that, if there are any additional topics that you want me to cover, I'm always open to suggestions. Comment below this video and let me know those topics. I am MJ Harris, and I'm here to help you live your best and most fulfilling and fabulous life, darling. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in for my other videos.